it in for the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Stanford has it back, the Cardinal offense returning to the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this.
And he breaks into the open. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. A strike downfield. He's running free down the middle. Touchdown, Stanford! And once he got loose, it was all over.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. On the move from inside his 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. One man in the backfield and he gets it. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. Now on third down after that run. Got it, looking for the first down. And he steps out of bounds after a nifty run and picking up the first down. And the Trojans will snap it on 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Quick pass on the jet motion. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
Just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
Leaves it with the running back. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. They'll give it to the back. Pulled down after a pickup of 4 to the 27.
I think you run that play so you stay out of 3rd and long. 3rd and long is not where an offense ever wants to thrive. 3rd and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good 3rd down.
And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
And another nice game by the offense. All right, defense. We got to change something up here. They're putting a big drive together, play after play, having a lot of success. How do we break the rhythm? How do we give them something that can create a tackle for a loss or a sack or something to get momentum back on my side?
On the run, it's Jackson. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Kept it on the ground on first down, now back to the line. Red pass, it's complete. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
Can White cross the frame to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
Nice job by this offense converting the third down. Listen, third and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. Third downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Southern Cal. That touchdown was a clinic in keeping your offense on the field and wearing the other defense out.
Sometimes your best defense is your own offense, being able to stay on the field. You're absolutely right, Reese. That was a clinic. Running the ball, playing at great rhythm and pace. QB making good, smart decisions and not shooting yourselves in the foot. No penalties, no turnovers. It doesn't get any better than that last drive.
Line gets set, first down. They'll go to the ground. Hard running there. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. To the air, it's Avery. Just a short pass to the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
I'll say this, man, in college football you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack, once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Still some work to do after that last completion. It's second down. The play action fake. Grabbed in the middle, it's Harris. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. They've got them penned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. On second down, he'll fire. Caught over the middle, it's Harris. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver. And the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. He's going for the big play. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
Looking for a block. It's Samuel. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Going to the running game. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. They've got the screen set up. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If you could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
Now on the move at the 28-yard line on first down. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. With that run, he breaks through the 3,000-yard mark for his career.
And that says a lot about you. When you rush for 3,000 yards in this world where it's pass-happy, that you got a guy that, no, I'm going to give him touches because he's productive. Palmer, it's led to 3,000 yards now.
And that's a lot when you consider some of the injury issues they've had up front throughout his career. It doesn't matter. This guy still finds ways to...
Oh, it's out! Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
As a defender, you love the big hits. And you know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you get the big hit and force the fumble.
The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on the heels.
Looking to throw, it's Avery. Wide open downfield. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. He's looking to throw it. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Flips it out in the flat. At the 40, there he goes. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Trying to find his man on 1st down. He's got it down the middle. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. That's not the way you'd like to start this set of downs. It's now 1st and 20. Wants to go up top. A little release to the back. Tackled immediately after the catch.
Well, it's important in this game this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where you can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
2nd down coming up. Back to pass, it's Avery. Unleashes one. And the ball is picked off. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23.
And that's just excellent cover. Man, cover 1, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open. And if I'm the QB man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds.
Timeout, USC.
Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Pulled and fired complete. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
And that's just a great individual effort by the wide receiver. He catches this ball way short of the stakes, but because he's able to make the defender miss, now he's able to get the extra yards and turn that into an explosive play.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Got his man on the outside. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
Well, you've seen the last 2 plays now, this guy's versatility. You've seen why he might be playing on Sundays in the not-too-distant future. This guy can catch the ball. He's a big part of their passing game, and he's a weapon and a guy that this defense has got to be ready for.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Touchdown Trojans! Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10, and the returner will be dragged down. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
Just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart if you're going to be aggressive with your decision making.
All kinds of running room. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks so much, guys, and I need not tell you, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotion, and no surprise we saw just that in the first half today. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on 3rd down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those 2 stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top.
Stanford will kick it off to start the 2nd half. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the 3rd quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the 2nd half.
On 2nd down, looking to throw. The short hands, it's Keller. At the 45, on its way. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure. It's a 1st down. Trojans used to be known for student body right. They can still do that. For quarterbacks like this, you want to put it up.
Yeah, I think they hung that up years ago when they started to find, you know, big, strong quarterbacks that can throw the ball all over the yard. So I like the student body right, student body left, but that's a little old school for me for the RD.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They go to the ground. At the 35, he's loose. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm always keeping track as a defensive coordinator where they're running the football. You can see they ran it to the right. Do they like this matchup? Is the right side of their offensive line really good? I'm going to be paying attention to that because that's a big gain. I got to make sure I shut this down the next time they run.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. The give. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Got it behind the line. It's Peterson. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
3rd down and short is exactly what you want on offense because you can run the football, make the defense suck up, but you can also throw it. Nice execution, 3rd and short, now set up in a 1st and goal situation.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Trojans! And they take it in for 6 more points. No mid-season doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way from it.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back. These guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
Out of the gun, the inside give. Makes a man miss. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. Stanford wants to push the pace. Back to throw, it's Avery. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Fires the pass, intercepted. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
Here's the handoff. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mid. They put one mid on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
The give to the back. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Gets behind those pads, picks up 4 on the play, but it's still a 4th down and 3.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind, but listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
On 4th down, going to the air. Complete and looking for enough for the 1st down. He's not going to get... Short on 4th down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. He'll do it himself. Still on his feet at the 45. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. They want to get this defense on its heels.
You know, I really like how this offense uses the QB in the running game because he might not be the fastest quarterback in college football, but he's got just enough that you have to respect him and you have to account for him defensively.
These guys are called matchup guys. They're not the biggest guys on the field, but they're going to win. Short, and then they're going to catch the ball, and they're going to make yards after the catch. You can tell those are the type of guys in college football that are starting to get maximized and used a lot more than they were in the past.
They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. They'll run it on 1st and goal. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. And the defense stopped him again on 2nd and goal. As we head to the quarter break, it is USC holding the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. He'll run it to the right here and try to get it into the end zone. Pushes ahead for 2 to the 7-yard line.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations.
And he'll finish the run. And touchdown, Cardinal. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. The defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
Illegal flag in the back. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The offense set for a first down play. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Leaves it with the back. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
This offense all game long has been running really well, and I'm really impressed by how well they've recruited at the running back position. They've got some dynamic players coming into the game at different points, spelling each other, keeping each other fresh, and they're hurting this defense.
The Trojans will snap it on 1st and 10. They want to run this quarterback. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. Quarterback will audible. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
Well, there's no quit in this defense, I'll give him that. Obviously, here late in the game, it seems like the opponent's going to win, but still, they've got guys that playing the way they're coached to play. They're playing with outstanding effort, trying to make plays to claw their team back in the game.
First down for this offense. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Got it. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal. Looking for a man. It's Avery. He's got him in the flat. And he'll go out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they've got it right on the doorstep. If you consider the swing pass an extension of the running game, well, they shut down the run and the swing on that one.
No doubt. Locked them down. Great job seeing it right away. Eyes on the run.
And it's grabbed for the late touchdown. And how about this? It's not over yet.
And that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
Minute and a half to go, and to have a chance, they have to recover this onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. This is everything you could hope for in a rivalry game like this. Close game, waning moments, history waiting to be made, guys.
And it's moments like this why you come and play for these two schools, right? To play in a game like this, in a rivalry like this, in a situation, David, game on the line late, who's going to take it?
And you know when you make this play, you're immortalized. With this kind of rivalry, these are the highlights they'll be showing for years. Everybody will be like, I remember when so-and-so made that play against our biggest rival to seal the deal.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. A 3rd and long coming up here. Caught in the backfield. It's Keller. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
Defenses throughout the week study every 3rd down situation. You've got to be ready for what they do, how they do it, and then be able to adjust. Great job by the offense so far having success.
Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. With jet sweep pass. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job. Nice play call by the offense.
And the Trojans looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. They'll try the run. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Timeout called by the offense. 29 seconds left on the clock.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, USC. They build this 4th quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0.
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail, meet, coffin. Great execution by this offense to put this game away.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. I know the situation looks bleak, but have we nothing if we don't have hope, David?
Amen. I mean, keep hope alive.
And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. He'll spike the ball to try to save every precious second he can. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down.
After that incompletion, 4th and long now on your own side of the field, you're trailing in the 4th quarter. What's your go-to play call here in the passing game? Where is the matchup that you trust in to come up with a big one to give yourself a chance to stay alive and win this game?
He just kept going backwards. You have to step up, and they get him for a safety. The kickoff team lined up. They'll have to give it back after giving up that safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you started, you circled it, you were ready for this team. This is the rivalry you put a lot of stock in all offseason. You're talking about this game in particular. You go out and get the dub. It's a relief because you definitely wanted this team.
And it's bragging rights for everybody, for the coaching staff, for the fans, but how about for the players as well? For another 365 days, you can talk about how you went out, you dominated, and you beat your rival. A lot of these guys are going to go on to the NFL. They'll be in locker rooms next year. They'll be talking about this for a long time.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports.